Headed where the homie live, cause it's on, yo. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo, so my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong, though. That's against a bro code. Headed to his home, though. No, he living solo. Vertebrae. Got this broken to his place. It's shit in his face, yeah. Then I say it's evidence you entertain my loyalty to infiltrate the only woman that I claim to risk your life to get some strange. How my anger is a pain. You didn't know that I'm a saint. I will blow your up. Then I again. Go. Feel it in your bones.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Tonight we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Pulls it in at the 13. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. Over the middle, complete. It's Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Out of his end zone, here comes Jalen Reagor. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They start the drive with Cook, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Our game here, the Vikings and Eagles, the 2nd of 2 on this Monday night. The Titans and Bills kicked off a little over an hour ago up in Buffalo. And this, our only Monday night doubleheader of the season, but rumor is might have a few more for 2023. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Following the interception, Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
And the Bill Phillips stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has more priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. To throw, Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have moved out in front. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Throwing on second and long. Hurts dancing to his left. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Seems like a perpetual search for productive receivers for Philadelphia, but they think that Quez Watkins might be a keeper after his 2021. Earned a starting spot for much of the season and put up over 600 yards while averaging 15 per catch. They're giving the former sixth-rounder another opportunity and seeing if those numbers will keep growing.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. This defense for the Vikings, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. Here's Aaron Siposs now. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in the touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there is never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Out of the backfield, he was trying to get that to Alexander Madison. That'll bring up 2nd down.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, Cousins. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a 1st down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. The kick by Joseph is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
Yeah, Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one goes for 24 yards. After one, 17-7 the score on EA Sports. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The Eagles at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Caleb Evans in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On the return is Peterson. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Play action now. Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. That's pulled in at the 32. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And room there to work it inside the 25. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 24, Hurts. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I think when they get back in the huddle, the question will be, why did you throw that one? The coverage was incredible all over him. The only thing he didn't do after he caught the ball as a defender was get his feet in bounds. That should have been a turnover.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Here's Reagor. He's going to bring this one out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive. I'd like to look at that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, and don't fumble the football.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
And complete, right side to Cook. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Trying the power game with Ham. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. They'll run for it with Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Cine.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him early, but shut it down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles will take over here at their own 12-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Here we go. Buffalo 18. 79 Broncos. 3.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out, because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Here's Reagor. He's going to bring this one out. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On second down, it's Cook again. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Cousins. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Cousins. Open right side, complete to Rager. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half. It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Eric Kendricks charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-and-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. They'll look to throw here. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40. Throwing is Hurts. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. His carries tonight are getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a 45-yard punt, couple that with a loss on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Second and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Andrew Booth picks it off. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, Cousins. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver Brown. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Sanders has it over and the ball is knocked out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Cousins. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the return will stop around the 25. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Hurts. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Cousins to throw it. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. First down. Here's Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Joseph on for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw. Yeah,
and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts looking here for Smith downfield. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Let's go now.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
65, Big.
They'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 15-yard touchdown, Brown. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Cousins delivers the pass to Reagor on the out route. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Cousins here to throw. Right back to Cook for another completion. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Cousins again. This ball complete to Reagor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Cook up the gut. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They go play action. Cousins. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This is taken at the 15. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And brought down, but a big gain, a gain that they needed. The only thing to keep in mind here is with him being tackled inbounds, that clock is moving. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Looking to throw on second down. Hurts. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Za'Darius Smith bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So
what you waiting for? Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Tell the chauffeur to open Mercedes door. Put the pedal to metal and made it soar. She was, but I made it sure it was. So we stayed indoors. Let's take it where no one has been before. It feel like I've known you some years before, but I don't know. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Mama, I'm on the big screen. I took a big swing out of life. I'm doing big things in my life. I deserve 6 rings like I'm Mike. I got no sleep. I remember when it was the nosebleeds. Now they captured the fashion from flow seats. I'm a whole king. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Ooh, it's trouble in paradise. So let's parachute where the air's nice. And let's risk it all on the paradise. But she just wanna make sure her hair's nice. That's fair, right? I just fell in love.
It's that hate, boy. Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with